What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of RGTP. I am your host, Lewis, and with me, as always, my co host, the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Mamba.
What's going on, bro?
How we doing? We got the title belts, we got Jigglypuff, we got
Bro,
some
that's
Green
been there for
Lantern,
like
we got
ever.
the
It's
pops
just
going on.
yeah,
We
my
got
favorite tag title. That's that and the red one, my favorite tag titles, bro. To be honest,
and the red one. Interesting. Interesting decision there. Raw tag team titles, yeah.
yeah. I don't have the Raw tag titles, but there's a tiger right there. One piece shoes, football. It's just a little bit more noticeable.
A little bit of everything. That's what is going on, Mamba. How we feeling though?
Overall, both sports
A lot
feels
going on
great.
this
We're
week.
about to get into the Super Bowl with one league, and the trade deadline is upon us in another league. What time is better than right now?
It is a crazy, crazy time. And you said it. We're gonna jump right into the NFL and let's talk Super Bowl. Super Bowl kicks off this Sunday. 8:30-ish time. We gotta do the national anthem, we gotta do all the
Yeah, you saying
preparation.
8? That shit says 6:30, bro. It says that shit
Oh,
starts at 6:30, and yeah, it definitely will probably start closer to 8:30.
yeah, we got the preparations. We got our halftime show, Rihanna, of course, and then of course, the defending AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs versus the defending NFC champions,
Very similar
the
teams.
Philadelphia Eagles. Very similar, in many aspects. Both have a Kelsey brother. Uh, yeah, that's about it. No, fuck it. But of course, Mamba, how are you feeling about this game, toe to toe on paper? All season long we talked about it. Our top two teams, for the most part, it kind of looked like this is the way it was shaping up very early on in the season. And then once Kansas City started pulling away, it kind of became inevitable. This is the clash we are now seeing, the two titans of the divisions, of the conferences, I should say.
I'm on the side with Mama Kels. Saw when she was talking to her sons that she just hopes the offenses go crazy. And I said last time we spoke about it, it's probably not going to happen, but I do expect minimal mistakes by both teams, and they're going to be on point. Like Jalen Hurts, he's going to get out of the pocket, he's going to get it to the receivers. Goddard's going to get involved. There's 3 running backs for the Eagles that they can go to that they rely on. And then on the flip side, you got the Chiefs. They're getting Clyde Edwards-Helaire back. I believe Valdez Scantling is now on their IL.
Yep.
But they got Pacheco. They have Jerick McKinnon, who has shown. You remember me from 5 years ago? I'm still a little relevant, And yeah, the Chiefs don't have wide receivers to stack up with the Eagles, but they have Travis Kelce, and that man alone is a monster.
Problem.
And the Eagles, their defense, they're built for this. Their D-line, insane. That's why I feel if the Chiefs want to win, they got to pass. Their run game is going to be very minimal in my eyes if they're going to win this game. That D-line for the Eagles, just too many pieces. They can switch in and out with at any given moment. And their secondary, their linebackers, that they are great. But the strength of that defense is that line.
Yep.
That line gets that pressure, and it allows Reddick to just blow people up. It allows Slay and Bradbury and Gardner Johnson to do what they have to do on the back end. And like the defense is tough, but the Chiefs, they're in this position for a reason.
Yes, they are. No, absolutely agree. I'm on the flip side. I hope the offenses do go crazy. I think they will.
I hope so.
Obviously, I was on here last week talking about how it should be a high-scoring
Yeah,
affair.
you said what, like 48, 45?
I wrote what my prediction is. I have an official
I didn't do a score. I'll
prediction.
calculate a score real quick.
I have an official prediction for later. But yeah, no, you said it. Both these teams were sort of built for this, and it comes down to the little advantages. The team that has actually been built for this, Kansas City, third Super Bowl trip in the last 4 seasons, 5,
Something
4 or
like
5 seasons.
Yeah.
Have all that experience now. Mahomes
Won,
winning
lost one.
Of course. Oh, yeah. No, definitely. Andy Reid has been to to a couple himself, and a lot of the players on this team have been along for the ride. And then on the flip side, there's only 7 Super Bowl winners on the Eagles roster from their last title win.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, so things have changed quite a bit since 2017,
18.
18. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's been like 6 years since they
Yeah,
won. So maybe, so,
2017,
yeah,
2018
yeah.
season. And of course, Nick Sirianni was not the coach at the time, so whole new coaching staff. How are you thinking about any sort of inexperience, any sort of nerves, bubble guts? What are you
Oh,
expecting of
don't get bubble guts, bro. That'd
the
be embarrassing.
experience difference, so to speak, between the two teams?
I didn't even think about that, honestly. The Eagles, they've just been rocking and rolling, and the inexperience, it probably will mess with them a little bit, and maybe you see an overthrow here or there. But I don't believe that the Eagles will struggle as much. They have Brandon Fletcher, Brandon Cox.
Cox, yep.
Yeah, and then Fletcher is
Fletcher
one.
Cox.
Yeah, they've been there. They've done that. They are part of the group who was with that Super Bowl team, and they are going to have that defense rolling the entire time. And when the offense sees that their defense is fine because it's being held down by that line, it'll just start clicking for them. Is it kind of obvious who I'm picking in this game?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
think
so.
I
Yeah.
think we have your winner. Interested to see what score you calculate. But yeah, no, this game's going to be amazing. I cannot wait to see what Jalen Hurts does out there on the big stage. There's been a lot of talk going up against them. Brandon Ayuk has been running his mouth
Yeah.
all week long. He got the team got something to prove that it wasn't a fluke that they got here. It's not a fluke at all. AJ Brown wasn't too happy over his catches the last few games. He wants to have a big game, so there's a lot going on. I know
It's a Super Bowl.
you
Of
guys
course, you
got
want to have a big game.
some money going on the parlays going
Hey,
into the game. So hopefully you got some
hopefully,
clean
yeah.
sweeps.
Hopefully 6 for 6, bro. But
Hopefully we get
we
some
know,
clean
how this shit
sweeps.
goes.
But yes, the biggest game of the year down in Arizona. Halftime show, Rihanna, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts. Absolutely spectacular.
Agreed.
Cannot.
Hey, yeah, you want to talk about experience though? Having won one in his first and then losing in his second, Mahomes is like, bro, I don't want to taste that defeat again. So Mahomes, he will come out and ball out. But that defense for the Eagles, man, I think it will. It will slow them down. I don't know if you're going to slow down Kels, but maybe. Just maybe.
Maybe it's gonna be something. They're gonna throw a lot of bodies at him. Both teams are gonna try a lot of different things on defense and of course on offense. We're gonna see the Philly special busted out in the Super Bowl. Probably.
Yeah. We're gonna see a couple, probably 2 points, fourth
Oh
down
yeah.
convert. Yeah, both teams are gonna be running some wild shit.
It's going to be amazing to see. And of course, who could forget the commercials? Can't wait to see what we got cooking with the commercials. Of course, we've already been seeing some teases playing. Aiden Hutchinson is in a commercial. We'll definitely see how that one goes. There's someone else that was teasing a
Walter
commercial.
White and Jesse are
Yes.
in a commercial for I
Yes.
forget what.
The commercials, man. We're gonna see the
No, the
commercials
commercials will be good.
and get to see all of the crazy, wacky shit that happens during the commercials. It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, if I'm honest, I'm usually on my phone during the commercials, so I probably won't be paying attention to the commercial. They are great though. They are. Everyone usually tunes in. If you're not a football fan, they tune in for the Super Bowl for the commercials. There will be some trailers for some movies coming out, some new food from a restaurant or a fast food place. Like they'll be good, but it's I don't really care for the commercials.
And then of course, prediction: Kansas City 33, Philadelphia 27.
That's kind of funny.
Patrick Mahomes game-winning drive as time expires. Tied 27-27, end of the fourth quarter. Mahomes leads the game-winning drive. We end the Super Bowl in spectacular fashion.
Yeah. You know, I could definitely see them doing something like that. That's
It's
why my
scripted, bro.
score,
It's a script.
it definitely is. And something all week was telling me go with the Chiefs. You have no reason not. It's Patrick Mahomes. It's Travis Kelce. Like Andy Reid, great coach. They won together. Like you were saying, the inexperience. I'm gonna go Eagles 35, Chiefs 34.
Nice.
I almost went
Nice.
28-27, but when you said 33, I was like, oh shit, that was my second score, so I'll go with that one.
We
Or
got
31.
something. Hey, we got some pretty good scoring then. We
Yeah.
got some scoring going. That should definitely be exciting to see. But from one bowl to the other bowl, it's the Pro Bowl 2023 Pro Bowl. Brought us a little something different with the flag football, and of course a lot of other games like the dodgeball game, the
Yeah.
longest drive sending golf balls into the desert. That was quite interesting. The precision passing, which of course you ended
That
up
was
sharing
the
with me.
only thing I saw, bro.
And really?
I saw a couple drives of the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
It's not. I've always never been able to watch the Pro Bowl for some
Right.
reason because I always forget when it's on,
Yeah.
what day it's on, you know, and then kind of just got to the point where it's kind of lame anyways. Like
True.
they're just out there having fun. Like I'll tune in for like 10 minutes
Yeah.
and then I'm good on it.
Right.
So,
I understand.
I don't have really much to say about the Pro Bowl, but they're trying. They are trying to make it more relevant again. So.
They had a bunch of different things. Best catch, kick-tac-toe, which I thought was rather interesting.
Right.
The gauntlet, the move in the chain. They kind of made a lot of team-oriented things. And then, of course, the Pro Bowl game itself was the flag football game.
Highlight of the Pro Bowl was Derek Carr's interview. If we're being honest. Me, anyways.
Has it been that hot in Vegas?
Yeah. Gotta love it. Because he killed that challenge.
Oh boy, what a weekend for him. There, Pro Bowler, all the business.
About to be in New Orleans. Pretty good, man. Pretty good.
But like you just mentioned, because I was gonna ask your opinion, you don't really give a damn about the Pro Bowl too much.
Not too much. Tyler Huntley, he was pretty good. He was pretty good. People like to, talk they trash, but
Tyler Huntley slinging the rock. Slinging the rock. Of course. Yeah. A lot of people shitting on it. I didn't bother me, to be honest. It was what it was. It was okay. The guys looked like they were having fun. There was some cool concepts that they tried. We saw best catch, Justin Jefferson catching it off the top of the Eiffel Tower. We saw Monron St. Brown floating on water, zip lining through Vegas, Patrick Surtain. They tried a couple different things to get a real big fan experience, get the guys involved in multiple different ways, multiple team races and legs and stuff like that. Flag football game was semi-entertaining here and there, changing up the rules, short field, just guys having fun. So it didn't bother me too bad.
I saw Kirk Cousins took a knee and Peyton Manning was looking for a flag. So it was like they make a rule, you can't take a knee or you get flagged or something.
I haven't no clue. There was a lot going on.
Yeah, there was.
Interceptions were like automatically. The lateral. There's a lot going on. They're trying. Like you said, they're trying. They're definitely trying to make
maybe
it
I'll
somewhat
tune
more
in next year.
They try to make it somewhat more entertainment. But from one entertainment to the next, the ones that do their version of the Pro Bowl rather well. The NBA All-Star Weekend tips off next.
Being honest though,
Friday.
It's gone downhill a little bit.
It's been
a little stale.
They're
but
trying.
They tried.
They're trying also.
The game is good. The All-Star game is good. It feels like they've gotten to where it can be somewhat competitive again, and they're trying. And it's just the dunk contest. How many dunks?
Yeah.
Jericho Sims.
They keep changing the format. That's another big problem. I know they sent an invitation to McClung.
McClung's gonna be in it. Did they take? You said they took
I don't
it
know.
away?
I don't know. No, I know they sent it. I don't know if he accepted it.
I hear it. I could have sworn I saw he did it.
He probably did.
He's gonna be the first one from the G League to participate in the All-Star League. Yeah,
should be
dunk contest. They just Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. They
All
just
right, all right,
they
all right.
pushed
That's
the
next week.
bar
That's next
too
week. That's
high,
next week.
bro.
That's next week. We'll
True,
go over all of the
true.
actual participants. We'll go over all of the formats, what's actually gonna happen. We'll give our predictions because that's what we did last year. That'll be tons of fun. That will most likely be almost an exclusively all NBA All-Star weekend. We'll give a nod to some football, obviously Super Bowl winner, but that'll mostly exclusively be all coverage for
MVP
All-Star weekend.
and all that, all the awards.
You know what? Yeah, pretty much. You know, quick little. We'll get to all of that going over there, but of course, we actually have our All-Star team starting in the Eastern Conference, led by Joe Mazzulla. Of course, we have Giannis, Kevin Durant, who will not be playing, so that will be an injury sub.
Pascal.
Probably not. James Harden's going to throw a fit.
He's not a forward. I don't care.
They'll figure it out. Kyrie Irving, of course, who is now a Maverick. We will gonna get to that in a little bit. Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum round out the starters, and of course the reserves. Bam makes it from the Miami Heat. Jaylen Brown from the Boston Celtics, of course. Chicago's DeMar DeRozan. Inevitable Joel Embiid was gonna find himself here.
He should be a starter.
Time. Hey, the positions have changed now, man. First time
but we knew KD was
All-Star.
injured going into this.
Oh, well, he's going to start now. He's going to be the starter now.
First time
Tyrese
All-Star.
Halliburton having a hell of a season.
Yes.
Drew Holiday finds himself back at the All-Star game. Good for him. And returning also New York Knickerbockers' very own Julius Randle. Kudos to the East All-Stars. And of course, on the West Side, led by the Denver Nuggets' very own Mike Malone, we have LeBron James, Stephen Curry, who will not be playing, Luka Doncic, Jokic, and of course, Zion Williamson rounds out the starting five. Two of those guys will not be playing, Zion included. Going to be interesting to see how they fill out. We kind of threw out some names, De'Aaron Fox, possibly. We have Ant Edwards also looming. Definitely going to have to see who else gets the nod. And then, of course, the reserves, your Clippers bring in Paul George, brings it back to he's a hooper.
Yeah.
The man that
None
is
of the Clippers
him, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course.
True.
One of the future defensive players of the year, Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr. has been punching balls left and right into the
and apparently paying some people off.
Hey, fuck whatever, man. Some complaints.
Hey.
Of course, a staple of the All-Star game for what feels like the last decade, Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
And of course, for another first-time All-Star from the Salt Lake City, Utah, representing his home team there, Lauri Markkanen. Kudos to him. Traded, bounced around, almost felt like he was dead in the water, and he's back.
Yeah. It was when he joined that Cavs team, bro. Everyone was like, "What? Why?"
Hey, it looked like he was
have no reason to be there.
And now he's an All-Star in the West, which has always been the tough conference, the tougher side to crack. But of course, let's continue going on. Another Memphis Grizzly, Ja Morant, not a starter, but of course
he probably will be.
He probably will. It's going to be up to him and Lillard. Definitely going to be up there. Shea could very much be pushing that. It's going to be interesting to see which one starts. But of course, and then finally, Sacramento Kings' very own Domantas Sabonis.
A beast.
Those are our 2023 NBA All-Stars at this very moment. Injuries will obviously change that. We'll get at least 3 players added. How are we feeling about the rosters as a whole? We obviously have some of the best players in the entire world, and it clearly reflects in the roster. We obviously have the questionable ones. We talked about Zion last week. We won't go too in-depth on Zion. Obviously, now we know he's injured, so we'll be given to someone else. Curry, KD, yada, yada. But, some of the names that you felt, we heard Triple J possibly getting paid off, blah, 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 kind of how that goes. Any other names that kind of stick out? And obviously, Joel Embiid should be a starter. We'll obviously get a lot of these things ironed out later on heading into next week. But rosters.
Probably the main name for the West. And I know he missed time, but obviously we don't care about injuries and missing time. Anthony Davis.
Yeah. Potentially.
Yeah.
If they need to fill out a true
De'Aaron Fox, like the Kings they deserve one. They got DeMontis, but De'Aaron Fox, he's been killing it all year, right? He has improved and shown when given the chance to do what I was doing 2 to 3 years ago, yeah, I'm pretty good, and they're pretty good.
Yep.
No, I mean, people are gonna be snubbed regardless, right? It's always gonna happen. Everyone's gonna have their favorite player. Everyone's gonna have someone who is averaging 25, 5, and 5, and it's like, well, his team's 14 and 12 or 14 and 42. You know, like there are probably more names that I'm forgetting right now, but AD maybe is the main one for the West for me.
Understandable. I like it. I'm okay with the names. Especially now with the injuries, there's gonna obviously be some subs, so some deserving players are gonna get in that had just so happened to miss out.
One name with a gripe for the East, DeMar. I know he's solid, but come on, bro. We probably could have got James Harden, Jalen Brunson. Names are just now coming to my head. You know, like,
for sure.
You can maybe have the argument for Trae Young, but
no, you could argue. Yeah, no, there's definitely some names to be arguing. He was one of the players that we talked about last week. Sort of those tweener players that are very interesting to figure out. You know, 3-4 range or 2 to 3. What are they specifically? How do they identify them in the voting? So I see it there. I don't mind the rosters too bad. I'm all for the rosters. Some of the matchups I would like to see, of course, Ja against Triple J.
Yeah.
Who wins that matchup at the rim? You know, we would probably
Jaren's blocking him a couple times.
You know, I feel like
Ja's gonna get one, but Jaren's like, I can't have you bitching me like this, man.
I think that'll be very fun to see. I'm very, 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 very into a potential. If it happens, obviously, Kyrie, Luka, little one-on-one gamesmanship on either side of the court will be very fun. Sort of see which one gets the early one up on each other. You know, get a little bit of bragging rights. That should be fun. And then
we know LeBron's getting both of them though.
Maybe. I mean, he very much so might. I would want this year for my Celtics boys to be on the same team. We're on the same team last year. On two different. Yes, they're on two different teams last season. For the All-Star game. So hopefully they get to link up. But any interesting matchups you would like to see going into the, you know, we get those dream matchups, or anyone you like to see pair up even?
I mean, you got to keep Luka and Jokic together. Got to keep them together.
But
put those two with Giannis. Put them with Giannis and not LeBron.
Okay. It could happen.
LeBron versus Giannis, because it's an All-Star game, bro. They gonna do something crazy,
right? A couple of matchups here and there.
You got everyone. Like everyone is an All-Star for a reason. We know what they can do. Jaren Jackson blocking Giannis, that'll be great.
Those matchups are gonna be fun.
You put Giannis with Jaren Jackson together with Drew Holiday. You're gonna see like an entire quarter
actual defense,
straight clamps. Like
actual defense be played.
Paint, you're getting blocked by Jaren. You're getting tracked down by Giannis. You're getting clamped by Drew, and I'm like, Jason Tatum, he plays really good defense. Maybe Giannis's team, he just goes for the straight defense players. We need LeBron
Giannis,
to finally
Joel,
lose, bro.
Triple J.
Yes.
Grab Holiday.
Yes. Like just anything for LeBron to finally lose the All-Star game.
Hey,
he's like 4-5-0 in this past. It's over.
Cooking. Cannot wait. Definitely excited to see what we get for the 3-point contest, slam dunk. The first year, second year teams have already been drafted. The coaches for those were Pau Gasol, Deron Williams, however you want to say that. And I want to say Jamal Crawford was the third coach, but I'm not 100% sure. I might be wrong on that.
Is there 3 teams?
Yes, there was 3 teams.
Wasn't there like...
There was 3 teams last year also.
Oh.
Those either 3 or 4 teams. Yeah, those either 3 or 4 teams last year. But yes, they're doing another 3 teams. They were drafted. So that will obviously be fun. We'll get up into all of that action.
Is everyone going to play everyone at least once? Yeah, because there's 3 teams, so they got to play it. And then it's whoever has the best record. The 2 losers play each other to play for the final.
Yeah, I think it'd be A, B, then AC, then BC, and then whatever. I don't really know. I think they're going to all play each other a couple times. I don't know.
Why not just have 4 teams? Why make it complicated with 3 teams, bro?
As far as I know, it was 3 teams when I last checked. If I remember correctly, it was 3 teams.
Makes
If it
no
might be
damn
4,
sense.
it might be 4. Might have to look that up to verify. But yeah, that should be very entertaining nonetheless. Then of course, the trade deadline. We got
Yes.
some of Mamba's mock trades. We have some rumors.
I didn't go crazy. My
we
craziest trade was Kyrie, and
we got some. Oh
look
wow,
how that
he's already
happened.
been traded. We have some
Exactly.
rumors, of course. But before we get all of that, we want to give a special shout out, a kudos, a congratulations to the NBA's new all-time scoring leader,
Ah,
LeBron James. Last night, despite losing, get a sort of moral dub. Obviously, in the history books, LeBron James cements himself as the all-time leading scorer, one of the greatest scorers of all time, and further cements his legacy as one of the greatest basketball players of all time.
go. There's 4 teams. There's 4
There is
teams.
4 teams. Okay.
Team Darren Deron. You
Yep.
know.
Yep. Powell, I know
Team
was the other one. Is
Joakim, Team Powell, and Team Jason.
that Jason Williams or is that? I wonder which one that is. I wonder who the coaches are.
Yeah, I don't know which Jason this is. I'm pretty sure that was a white guy.
White
Oh
chocolate?
no, it's Jason Terry.
Jason Terry's coach
Yeah.
is okay. Okay.
Yeah, Jason Terry.
The
He has
All-Star.
a whole bunch of G League Ignites on his team.
That is hilarious. Big Nips, thank
Yeah.
you for joining us.
Going
Actually,
on Nips.
get some
You
trade
ready for
deadline.
Vanderbilt to be traded and Olenek to be traded and Malik to be traded and your team to just be gutted and it's finally happening, unfortunately?
What a horrible human being.
I have 3 Jazz on my fantasy team, okay? I have Vanderbilt, I have Olenek, and I have Sexton. Don't talk to me, bro. I shit on them, but secretly I love them.
Weak. That is hilarious. But yes, kudos to LeBron James. Anything you want to add before we will continue on to all the craziness of the trade deadline?
We'll see it broke in about 44 years.
You think so?
Yeah, that man's gonna push well over 40,000.
Okay.
He'll probably get to about 42, 43, and then call it a career. Yeah, he wants to play with his son. He's gonna prove a point.
Okay.
I may be old. I'm going out on my terms. I'm going average at least 30. Yeah.
Nips don't give a shit. That's a 2-man team. We actually
y'all
gave
keeping Sexton too. So
we just gave Laurie his flowers for being an all-star, holding it down for the city of Utah. Kudos to him.
He's gonna win MVP in the All-Star game, ain't he? He's just gonna
just
shoot
drop
lights out.
40 piece off the bench.
Yep. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Let's get into it, Bob. But the trade deadline is tomorrow. We'll be getting some trades, most likely starting tonight. But definitely during the day.
It already started.
Yeah, of course. We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get trades throughout the next sort of. Is it 5 o'clock deadline, 7 o'clock deadline, 4 o'clock? I know that's a weird ass. It'd just be a random ass.
It'd probably be 4.
I know it's
trying
4
to think
5, probably.
Last year during the deadline, I was out, and
I think it was like 4 or 5.
That shit was annoying, but it's around that time. Yeah,
we're gonna have some trades, and of course, as you mentioned, hot trade already was sparked. All-Star starter Kyrie Irving.
It's 3 p.m.
What 3 p.m. makes sense. Kyrie Irving, the All-Star starter, was shipped from Brooklyn down to Texas to join up with Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks in probably what's going to be our biggest blockbuster in-season trade. Mamba, how are we feeling? Of course, the pieces of Kyrie Irving and Markieff Morris go down to Dallas. Spencer Dinwiddie gets shipped back up to Brooklyn, joined by Dorian Finney-Smith, a first-round draft pick, and 2 future second-round picks to go along with the group of Kevin Durant and 2 emerging talents, Cam Thomas, who we've talked about a few times off screen, and then, of course, Nicholas Claxton to go around with the mix of veterans that they have. We don't got to go into the winners and losers just yet. There isn't.
I don't think there is a loser in this trade.
I get it. How do we feel about the trade happening in general and just Kyrie Irving right now?
Yeah, Kyrie's going to go be Kyrie. he's gonna go ball out for the Mavericks. What they got in return for Kyrie, though, they got the Mavs possibly up there for their best defender. Like what
Probably.
Dorian was doing for them in those playoffs, yeah, he wasn't Luka. You know, he wasn't dropping buck. Dude was locking up, and that was the talent that they drafted. They were building him up, type shit, right?
Developing. Yep.
Um, that's probably the best piece that the Nets got because it just slots into what they already have, and that's a lot of pieces that
Yeah.
can do a lot of different things. And adding Dorian's defense, where the main thing we were talking about the Nets is they need defense.
Yep.
They got Ben Simmons. Maybe he can guard 1 through 5. He put. Thanks a lot, Ben Simmons. Nicholas Claxton has emerged as Nips. Nicholas Claxton could potentially win Defensive Player of the Year the way he's been playing. Like, he's been great for them, and he's at least in a candidate for it, But it's just both sides were done. The contract wasn't going to work out. They wanted, it was over. It was ready to happen off season. Oh, I'll play it out because nobody wants to trade for me right now. Let me show them that I'm still Kyrie Irving.
Right.
He does his shit. And then when he comes back, he just shows like, yo, I'm still Kyrie.
Right.
And putting him next to Luka, yes, the defense. Yes, you wish Dorian Finney-Smith was still there to be paired with that.
Yeah.
But bro, that offense between those two, it's going to be tough to. Who do I guard? Luka has the ball. He's attacking. He's stepping back. He's dishing to Kyrie. Kyrie is cracking your ankles. Not just cracking. He's taking them from your life, bro. And he can attack the basket. He can do all the moves, shooting, and he can pass too. Like,
right.
Who to guard? You don't know. You don't know until you're there, right? Like,
right.
It's going to be
in the moment,
tough.
in the situation.
Yeah, right.
No, I get it. We got some comments down below. Dip says it's a weird fit. Got to see how Kyrie's gonna change up his playing style and play off the ball. Agreed. And then on his Jazz trading Rudy Gobert for 5 picks, Kyrie only gets 1. However, is that due to the baggage and due to the? Is he even going to stay around? I mean, one of the reasons why he wanted to leave is because he didn't get the 4-year extension that he wanted. Are the Mavs going to be willing to give that up? Is this a 1-year rental? Is Kyrie just going to coast all off? Like, what is really going to happen? So I understand. Sort of feels like he was kind of traded for pennies on the dollar, so to speak. Maybe wanted to get something now so he doesn't walk in free agency or the offseason, just outright decline, get Spencer Dinwiddie, get some picks, sort of recoup some of that lost talent. But yeah, I agree with you saying. 2 good pieces. Spencer Dinwiddie was averaging 20 points per game for Brooklyn before his injury, and he went down.
And then got
traded. Finney-Smith added to the mix. Already have guys like Seth Curry, Joe Harris, TJ Warren, Kevin Durant, obviously. Uta's
Cam Thomas, Edmund Sumner be balling out every once in a while.
They just got a whole bunch of different pieces here and there all over the roster. Patty Mills is still they just got a couple. It's just a mix. It is just an absolute mix. How are they going to figure it out? 4th seed currently have home court advantage throughout the playoffs.
Yep.
Definitely not to see how that all comes out when it's just Kevin Durant sort of have the ball rolling out there.
Will it just be Kevin Durant? Will all the owners be petty like it's being talked about? They said Joe Tsai, I believe I said, the Brooklyn's governor, apparently he was petty, did not want to send Kyrie to the Lakers at all. Maybe, probably not, but maybe.
I don't buy it.
Yeah, I don't either.
They didn't want Russ.
All talking shit like, why would you be petty? Just send it anyways. Like, just send it anyways? Okay, let's just send the trade anyway. They didn't want Russ. And then they didn't want to have to buy him out either.
Yeah.
For the 2 picks, if they were both unprotected, I get it. I get going those.
You're right.
Yeah, I get getting those picks. But they got a 1st-round pick and 2 seconds. And they had already said They'd be willing to get Josh Richardson from the Spurs. They'd be willing to go after Zach Collins with the Spurs. They want pieces to continue putting around KD, and you can get those pieces with those second round picks. You know, the first might not stay. Maybe you do keep it. KD, maybe he stays, maybe he doesn't. If owners are truly petty and they don't want to give people to the Nets to help them when they're like, it's an agreement, bro. You are striking a deal. You are trying to benefit your team. While, yeah, you don't want to help this team out because they are a solid team. You don't want them to be even better.
Yeah.
But if you're getting out of the deal what you want, what is holding it up? You know, like that don't make sense.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. It is what it is, though. I don't think he did it out of. I don't think he wanted Russ. I don't think.
No.
2029 probably would have had some sort of
Keep the
protections.
same energy though, with all the other owners being petty to the Nets. That's all I ask.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They got what they wanted anyway. Then the Nets got what they wanted. They got Kevin Durant. They got Kyrie. They ended up getting James Harden. Then they held out. Ended up getting Ben Simmons. Like, you know what they're
apparently
gonna do
he's
what they
valuable,
want to do.
like valueless.
Yeah,
Ben Simmons is apparently valueless, and
Joe Tsai's gonna do what he wants. He's gonna get his way. He didn't want Russ.
Trade him.
He wasn't gonna get him
for Jay Crowder.
No,
they can't. I think the DeAndre Ayton contract doesn't allow that.
Yeah, all that shit. Poor Phoenix. Phoenix did get a win though. Phoenix did get a win. They needed it. Get back on track. Kudos to Devin Booker coming back. But yeah, this Kyrie Irving is gonna be fucking insane. I cannot wait to see what happens. My only issue is we've kind of seen bits and pieces of this when it was Kyrie, KD, and Harden. It kind of turns into, oh, my turn. Let's see what I do with the ball for 10 seconds.
Right.
And it's just going to be him and Luka going back and forth every other possession, alternating on who's going to have the ball and set everything up. It hasn't worked in the past. It hasn't worked with Kyrie specifically. He left Cleveland because he wanted to be the man. He joined the team, went to Boston, tried to become the man, ended up becoming injured.
Right.
All that got, muddied up. Goes to the Nets, gets Harden, gets KD. He's not really the man, and now he's going to literally a state that is owned right now by Luka. Luka owns that state of Texas. Is Luka Doncic. There is not anybody else right now. No disrespect to Jalen Green, who's on the come up.
Hey, we can throw in the Cowboys. We can throw in the Texans. We can throw in the only team
you know what? You might be honest.
Luka is the Astros, and they got to cheat to get their rings, bro.
You might be like, as of right now, Luka is Texas.
Yeah,
so much. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see that fit for Kyrie.
Definitely to see the fit for Kyrie. It is going to be, there's only one ball. But this could also help Luka, like his catch and shoot. He could be, we see him knocking down threes off the move. Kyrie gets him open. He's knocking down that three. I don't care. Luka is going to knock down that three. He's going to take it every time Kyrie passes it to him because it's like, oh shit, he saw me open. I'm going to take it.
The one-handed free throw shooting machine, my man Jeremy Sohan.
Hey. The Mavericks could use him. The Mavericks could really use that man.
Honestly, when he was picked, was that
11th?
9th pick or was it 11th?
It was.
Yeah, I know it was an odd number. Yeah, I know it was like that 11 to like 9, 10 range. 11.
Yep.
I was like, who?
Yeah.
Why?
Baylor, baby.
Now he's on. I'm seeing the flashes now for Jeremy Sohan. Congratulations.
I love the Rodman vibes, man.
Yeah, the hair, face hard.
Yep.
But enough about Kyrie. Let's talk a little bit about the team that wanted Kyrie. As already mentioned, the Lakers, and of course the team that you had already mentioned, the Jazz.
Yes.
Early rumors suggest Michael Conley and Beasley heading over to the Lakers, Russell Westbrook and picks heading to the Jazz in a buyout scenario. Does that help out the Lakers in any way? Why would Utah obviously is in it for the picks, don't really care about taking on any money, shoo on Russ up out of there. How are we feeling for the Lakers side if this thing gets put through, of course, and then what happens with Russ on the buyout market?
Beasley, we know that man can be a bucket. Any given moment, he gets that ball in his hands, and he's gonna go for it. And they need shooters. Beasley can shoot. Michael Conley, he can shoot, but not only can he shoot, he's gonna play defense. And their point guard spot,
Inside track.
they
Inside track right
honestly they
here.
might. This isn't even my favorite rumor for the Lakers, and including the Jazz. But Mike Conley, he's gonna come in. He's gonna play the defense that Schroeder's not gonna play. He's gonna play the defense that Russ is lounging around on at times. And Patrick Beverly. Give me Mike Conley, bro. Give me Mike Conley. I do like this trade. The Jazz, they get their picks that they want. They buy out Russell Westbrook. And my favorite spot for Russell Westbrook, not a surprise for you, and I see you rolling your eyes, man. I want him to join the Clippers. I know we don't need him at all, and what we need is big men. But I want him to join because last time we seen Russell and Paul George playing together, they were pretty beastly. And then you're adding Kawhi in with that. Oh,
Little bit of Laker animosity in the mix.
Of course. All that revenge that Westbrook would want, that'd be great. That'd be very great.
Too bad he ends up somewhere in like Orlando or Houston or somewhere.
Don't you ever put that bad juju on the Magic ever again.
He's going to like Charlotte.
I'll give you Miami.
If Miami's willing to take the risk, and in their minds they think Russell Westbrook coming off their bench is supposed to rejuvenate that team, kudos.
I don't know about rejuvenate, but I did see they are willing to trade Kyle Lowry, and that opens up a point guard spot.
Anything.
And if Westbrook's willing to take that minimum, he'd be pretty nice next to Bam and Jimmy and Tyler shooting for him. Maybe Duncan gets a little bit more because Westbrook can then kick out to him shooting, maybe.
That guy.
Yeah.
That guy finessed.
Yikes.
Duncan Robinson.
Finesse. Yes, he did.
Congratulations to him. What else you got? Lakers, Jazz.
Could he go? Could Russell go to Phoenix?
No. Anyways, what other Lakers Jazz rumors that apparently is not your only favorite, not even your favorite one?
You didn't see this one?
What is your favorite?
My favorite is the 3-teamer, including the Timberwolves, which sends. Okay, I could probably look for it like after we get, and I'll get the exact trade. But it's Russell and first to the Jazz. The Lakers get D'Angelo Russell and Malik Beasley. Okay. And then the Timberwolves get Mike Conley and something. That's my favorite one.
Well, because Mitch has seen it because he said D'Lo is included.
D'Lo going back to the Lakers, that would be talk about full circle, man. And he's a shooter. He's gonna get the ball to LeBron. He's gonna get the ball to his teammates. The defense of Mike Conley to D'Lo, you might want Mike Conley a little bit more, but D'Lo, he's still young. Right. He's still I believe 29 points. That's what he gets when I don't bet on him, obviously. But when I do, yeah, different story. But he balls out is what I'm trying to get at. And him next to LeBron, that's going to be deadly. That's my favorite one, but I don't want it to happen simply because the Lakers don't deserve to get D'Angelo Russell back.
Or Malik Beasley. They both Lakers don't really need to be making any crazy trades. Wow,
you didn't see that one.
No,
that's crazy, bro.
I didn't. I did not. That I did not.
I did not. Real quick.
Okay, go check it out. Send it to me and let me know. Let's get into our teams. Of course, the Boston Celtics are now back, dealing with the drama and the saga that is.
I don't think you need to worry about that.
I don't think so either, but it's not going to end.
Oh, no, it won't.
Are we getting Kevin Durant or are we not? Are we mortgaging off the future?
If I had it my way, is that what you're asking? If I had it my way,
you would have already done the trade.
Hell
I know, fucking asshole. I don't want Kevin Durant. Sorry, Kevin Durant. No defense to you, Kevin Durant. I like my team right now. My team is in a good position. My future is all set, and I don't need you. Sorry.
Yeah, y'all should probably just stay put. Don't make any trades unless it's something where you are noticeably upgrading. If
As
it's
long as it
not
doesn't
like
include Brown or Tatum, then anything
right,
else can kind of go from
hey,
there.
I wouldn't trade Robert Williams. I probably wouldn't trade Al
I,
Horford, to be
hey,
honest, unless I'm getting
hey,
something
I love
I you
me.
know.
I love me some Time Lord since he came in on his rookie year, but that man's been supremely injury prone.
I hear it.
Supremely
I hear
injury
it. I
prone.
hear it. Malcolm Brogdon, Derek White.
There's
Those
a
are
couple
solid
pieces.
pieces around you, but yeah, unless it's a noticeable upgrade or you're getting a pick back, like a first round pick for someone, and you're like, we can do okay with Peyton Pritchard. I saw he said he would love a bigger role next
Yeah,
season, right? So if
he
he's
don't play
wanting
much
the bigger
damn
role,
defense.
yeah, he's gonna want a little bit more money. Maybe y'all don't want to pay him, and it's like we'll be all right without you. We'll get a second for you. We'll get 2 seconds for you. You know. Hey, honestly, yeah, that might not be bad. That might not be bad.
I need Laurie
Kessler, Sexton, Beasley,
and all 5
Clarkson.
picks
You
that
need
you guys got
Clarkson
from
as well.
Minnesota. I
Yeah.
need all 5 picks y'all just stole from Minnesota. I need to steal them back.
Right.
Thank you.
Hey,
And
hey,
then on the flip
maybe
side,
Ainge, secret op. He went to the Jazz to get the Celtics everything.
I'm dead. And then, of course, on the flip side, your team has been linked to trying to get some form of a veteran point guard in the building. Names including
Russell Westbrook.
Kyle Lowry, Freddie Van Fleet, D'Angelo Russell, and of course, Scary Terry Rozier. What are the thoughts
Didn't
on
hear
this
that one.
team?
I kind of like that
Yes,
one. I
yes,
kind of like that one.
yes. This was
I
as
don't
early as
know.
yesterday. But what's going on? Y'all had Reggie and John Wall. I thought that little combo was
Yeah,
hopefully gonna
if we being
flourish.
honest,
John Wall's not.
he's
I
okay.
thought he
Yeah,
was
I
healthy.
definitely thought a lot more was gonna come out of this, but we can probably get by with what we have. Um, yeah, I don't. I mean, the Clippers do have the contracts.
Yes.
The trade that I had made for Kyrie, it was like Luke Kennard, Nicholas Batum, and
Now, the money matches up. The
I
talent don't,
someone,
but the money
yeah, no,
matches.
exactly why I was like, it's literally why I texted you and was like, Clippers aren't getting Kyrie. We're not, because we got the money to match with Norman Powell's making 16 million. That
Yeah,
would be my one. I don't know about Scary Terry because what he does, Norman Powell does to an extent.
I get it.
Yeah, I don't. I would love to see him because it just adds scoring. If I had my way, I would like Westbrook as our point guard. Like if he
You're
gets bought
really
out,
on this
yeah,
Russell
I
Westbrook way.
am because like if he does get traded to the Jazz, he's getting bought out. And
Right.
I had sent you, Kevin Love is he. It seems he's done with the Cavs.
Yeah.
And now I
He's
had sent
almost done
you
in general. His
Kevin Love with Russell on the Lakers bench. Fuck that. Kevin Love, Russell Westbrook on the Clippers bench. That's not bad, bro. That's not bad. I don't expect us to do anything. And if we do anything, it's to destroy whatever future we have.
I don't
That's
know.
how it goes.
Maybe.
That's how it
Yeah,
always
no, there's
goes.
definitely a couple got of that list, including Russ. I
Fred
don't
would be
need Russ.
cool. Fred would be cool,
Fred
but I
would
don't
be
want to pay him 130 million next year.
y'all gonna trade for y'all gonna have to move off some of the pieces. Luke Kennard's probably gone
Yes.
in any one of those trades involved. Batum has gone
Oh,
from
Reggie Jackson was the other piece that
Reggie
I added.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Terrence Mann might have to be dangled around.
Nuggets apparently are interested in him.
Yeah, they're trying to move off of
It's
Bones
not bad.
Highland apparently, also
Hey,
over in Denver.
I guess we'll take. I guess if we
Swap
get a pick
young
out of it,
guards.
yeah, we get a pick out of it too.
Maybe no, it's definitely gonna be crazy to see. I do agree with Nips. He says Fred Van Fleet is the best fit, most
I
likely.
hear it. I
Shooting,
don't want
already
it.
played with Kawhi, got the
Yeah,
defense, definitely a good fit. It's just crazy to think,
we
this
need a
team's
big,
not.
bro. We need another big. Zubac is cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Moses Brown, he's cool.
Well, let's talk about some of the
We need a
bigs.
big.
Team in the market for a big man. The 76ers of Philadelphia being linked to Nerlens Noel and potentially bringing back in Andre Drummond. Thoughts about those two veteran big men, always serviceable over the last few seasons.
Give me Nerlens.
Potentially shipping. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Give me Nerlens. Hey, if we can get him packaged with Alec Burks, talk
Well,
to his Pistons.
hey,
Talk to his
Detroit gonna have to figure some things out. Detroit gonna have to
Bogey
figure things out.
traded. Yeah. I don't want Drummond. Nah. Like Drummond, you're not getting anything back for Drummond. You're not getting a pick. You're not getting a second round pick. You're probably not getting cash considered. Drummond will literally be a throw-in with a trade to try and get some salary match, you know. Like, he is a bull until the end of the year.
Yeah.
Unless they need a filler player for their trade.
Right.
That's just how it is. I don't see Drummond getting traded for anything.
You have any trades on your little mock trade for Mr. Jakob Pertl over there? The Spurs want at least a first. The Spurs want at least a first.
Rightfully
My man is a bowler.
I just Zubac going to the bench. Are we still on my Clippers? Is this
anywhere,
or just in general? Jakob, Golden State, bro. That would be a solid fit. It's like, hey, we're cool with Wiseman. It obviously ain't working out. It ain't working out.
Okay.
Send him to the Spurs. Okay. They're a young team. Put him next to Keldon. Maybe the Spurs don't get the first pick, but they get the second. You got Scoot, Keldon, not him, Wiseman, Vassell. Yep. He has to come back. Yep. You know, he got like that. That's a solid young team. But even if you do get the first, Wiseman with Victor, and that's not bad. You have two young centers to go forward with. Maybe they both work out, and you're able to build up Wiseman's trade value.
Right.
You know, and I just any team should be looking to trade for Jakob because he is that good. If you need help at your big man spot, Knicks, give him a call. You know, Mitchell Robinson's been down for a little bit.
They hate
Obi has not
they
been
hate
the best
him
for
too.
They do. They drafted him at 8, I think.
Yeah, they have a weird track record with big men in New York.
Yeah, so the Lakers, they need another big, maybe. Yeah, Lakers, they need everything. There are probably teams that are in my head, but it's like Hornets.
Right.
They're not trading for him.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to think of another young team that needs a big. OKC, that's not happening. You know, like any team looking to run for the championship should probably call the Spurs and see if you have a piece that is enticing for them at least.
Respect it. I respect it. I understand. Celtics were tied to him a little bit earlier on this last month. We got a lot of things to figure out though.
The Nets, they got that first, and they were looking at the Spurs to be in that Kyrie trade potentially. You know, they said Collins and Richardson, but I'm sure if they're like, hey, we'll throw you a first round pick for Jakob and Richardson, you know, then it's worth the first round for Jakob because they're also getting a guard back with it.
With Richardson. Hey, we got a lot to figure out until tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be crazy. We're gonna have some deals going down. I got one more name for you. A team that wants this specific player says he wants to keep the core 3 together. They're all in the positions of their careers to be winners and achieve a winning mindset, attitude, so on and so forth. But for the last season and a half, 2 seasons, they just can't get it together. The Chicago Bulls.
Okay.
Vucevic is the man that made these comments. I want to say as recently as yesterday. Wants to keep the core of Chicago together. He feels like him, Levine, and DeRozan are all in this position of their careers where they're just trying to win games. They ain't trying to be a part of rebuilds. They ain't trying to be a part of the fuckery, but they're a part of fuckery right now in Chicago.
Vooch, y'all ain't got no problem.
No,
there's no problem with getting traded because you're not going to get traded to a rebuilding team. You're good. You're good. Don't worry.
But he's also in his 30s, so it's definitely something.
Yeah.
Chicago, a team to look at, 3 really good players, former All-Stars, all 3 of them in their own right. We
Yep.
know the talent that's there between these 3 pieces. Anyway, we get some of this moved. Oh, big nips. No, not you
What do you say?
too.
OG, come on, yeah. I was literally about to say if they trade for OG, bro, it'll work. They'll probably have to trade Patrick Williams. You know, be like, hey, he's young. You can use him, and then maybe like a Caruso for his defense too. But yeah, OG. After this whole Bulls conversation, I was already about to be like, bro, you ain't mentioned the number one piece that's gonna get traded, OG. I did look at Bulls trades because I know Levine's name was rumored with the Lakers, and they were getting Russell, and maybe they get a pick or 2 picks, and that would be cool. I don't know if the team is gonna be willing to trade for Levine with his history of injuries and how much he's owed,
Right.
and then DeMar maybe most likely out of those 3, in my opinion, maybe gets traded. I don't. I feel like with the Kyrie trade, we seen the peak. Maybe
That was it.
but OG, that man's gone.
Go ahead. What mock trades do you have for poor OG
So
written
I
down
did
in
one
your
earlier.
super machine?
It was straight up because the money matched. It was oh shit. I got them a shooter. Who'd I give them? Yo, I should have sent it to you. Keep talking. I'll remember the name I traded.
Did you swap them for? I wonder who. Did you send them to a bad team?
No, someone making 22 million.
Chris
And
Middleton.
it was like, no, it was like a shooting guard for. It was literally perfect. OG's offensive rating and his defensive rating was literally this player's offensive rating and defensive rating like flip. It was literally like they were the perfect 1-for-1, bro. And I cannot think who I traded him for.
OG, Scotty Barnes, future.
So do you think Pascal gets traded? Do you buy into the hype that after the training, after their practice, he was like, hey,
with all the shit that was going on with the Kyrie Irving thing, I was like, yeah, they should just go trade KD for OG and Siakam and probably a pick or something.
It was OG for Buddy. OG for Buddy Hield. It was 1-for-1. And isn't that crazy? You take their offensive and defensive
because their money matches, but you probably need a little more on the Buddy side of things. But okay. Probably a Duarte in there, maybe. Okay.
Maybe a pick or
Send
2.
to the Pacers with Tyree. Okay, I see what you're coming from.
And you kept Miles Turner. You kept Benedict Mathurin.
Right.
You kept Neesmith. Maybe you trade Neesmith with him. Maybe they want Nembhard. You know,
I see
maybe.
Where you're coming from. Yeah. I see where you was coming from there. Okay.
And then I tried to factor in the Suns somehow so they can get Gary Trent. And then I was like, this is getting way too convoluted. I just go Buddy and OG, man.
They just need to go. I mean, they can just send Jay Crowder up there.
The team that I sent Jay Crowder to, the Mavericks. I sent him back to the Mavericks.
Back to the Mavs where it all started.
And they need to cut $10 million. And I know they have a couple. Christian Wood's making 11. Bertans making 16, so maybe a third team gets involved, so the Suns don't have to take back the Bertans contract, and that's maybe where the Spurs come in, because they have 27 million in cap, the most out of anybody. The next highest is 9 million.
Right.
So they can take the Bertans, but the Bertans contract, it's like 2-3 more years, and it's like,
because everybody gets fall.
Yeah. But maybe
shout
the
out to the
Spurs are
Wizards.
like, hey, you were great for us here, Bertans. Maybe you come be great again.
Shit, I don't know. Yeah. It's definitely going to be interesting as fuck to see what the hell happens between today and tomorrow. Hopefully nothing too crazy, nothing too landscaping.
I hope.
I don't need no landscaping altering shit happening in the East. In the East, I don't need it.
I need it happening on both sides.
Make it happen in the West. We're number 1 seed right now. We're chilling. We have 2 All-Stars. Our coaches coaching the All-Star game. We're all set. No, we don't need any of that shit. We need to keep our team intact.
But get Clippers right now.
Right.
you are trying your hardest to get the Lakers to agree with the Jazz in that trade so y'all can get Russell.
We want Russell
And then go
Westbrook
get
campaign.
K-Love. Yes.
Okay, fair enough. Just get all of LeBron's old buddies.
Yep.
Get them out of there.
And we got their coach. And we
And
got
he
his
got his
coach.
coach.
So we coming.
All right. That's going to do it for us here. Make sure to be here next Wednesday. We will not be here Friday.
No, we will not.
So be here next Wednesday. We're going to talk about the Super Bowl winner, whoever the team may be, Super Bowl MVP, whoever that may be, and give away some NFL awards you fucking wish.
I do. That's why I said it. I just spoke it into existence. Like, comment, share, subscribe, noties on. Have a great day.
And all things All-Star Weekend. Have a good one.